Hello.
Hello.
Are we all good to go?
I believe so.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
I'm
Benny, you're
in
still
it.
not in roll 20.
Wait, what?
Just refresh. Are you in the right roll 20?
No, I'm not. That's the
Hey, you're not in
Okay.
it. I just refreshed it.
Oh. I need to add that emote, Benny. Or Thoth, sorry. God damn it.
There we go.
All right, we good?
Yeah.
All right. So, you've been in Shadesmar for now a couple of days. You've been traveling to Celebrant. You don't know what to expect there. You've never been, except for Feather. No one has ever been to Shadesmar. And you feel out of place in this strange land of obsidian um, and a sea of beads. Eventually, after a couple of days, a couple more days of walking. You see the city in the distance, and you notice something off immediately. There are tents. It's a tent. Who would build a tent in a city? The storm just blew it away. But after thinking about it, you've been in Shadesmar for long enough to have experienced something strange. One night, you saw some golden light spread through the sky from east to west. And Feather informs you that that's what the high storm looks like from Shadesmar. You know, that's not far from accurate. Um, theoretically. Um, the, the view of the city is pretty nice to see after a long desolate. Oh my god! After a long desolate, um, what's it called? Traveling in an area that where life other than Spren does not really exist. So, are you guys gonna approach the city?
I feel like that was our original goal, so I'd say
That was your original goal, yes.
I'd say yes, we slowly approach the city.
Oh, that's unfortunate. We were too far away to poke the tent just yet. But it'll definitely be. Well, she would also be used to this site, theoretically. Because tents aren't uncommon for. Azure says, well, I think there might not be uh, homes, but maybe it's a market.
Still, definitely not exactly what we're used to. That's for sure.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to learn a lot about your world.
The main thing to remember is the storms.
Indeed. Over the couple days you've been talking, and it seems pretty clear that Azure is not from around here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is a city, so I assume that there will be people of some sort. Um, let's go. And Azure leads you all slowly towards the city. You approach the tents, and you notice that it is in fact a market. But there aren't people. There's these strange-looking creatures. Some of them look human, except the fact that they have inky black skin. Some of them have bronze skin. A couple have heads that have shapes that are shifting, and a sort of pattern of shapes shifting constantly. There's a couple blue people.
I asked Feather, why do these people look like this? Do you know?
Yes, I can explain. I never told you this because this was not part of where you live. You were pretty isolated in where you live. You do know of these people, though. These are Spren, but a more intelligent sort of Spren. They represent larger ideas, some more or less complex.
Yes, I recall. I look over at them and look back at Feather. They definitely do not look like fishes.
At that moment, you get approached by one of these Spren with the head that keeps shifting patterns. Let me get a kind of image of what this looks like. So an important on Discord. This is what this would look like. And he goes, humans, interesting. And he goes up to Leo and grabs your arm lightly and starts measuring and calculating the length of your arm, and does measuring the
I never hit off.
the neck, and then the other arm, and then the body.
There's something I can help you with.
Fascinating. I must take notes. I must make notes. Pulls out a notebook and starts furiously writing down. So, humans in this realm.
Well, not necessarily human. Humanoid, though.
Not human. What are you? And
I am...
It's almost... The shapes kind of condense, almost as though it was squinting at you.
Well, I am of elven descent, and...
Elf, human, what's the difference?
I touch my ears.
Furiously writing notes.
I touch my ears.
Interesting. And he pokes the ear and he's like,
Along with that, I am
Write a book about this.
Along with that, I am well over 300 years old. Where most humans barely
300
last
years.
to 100 years.
Interesting.
Or at least so
Notes
I thought,
must be
anyway.
made. He looks at you, Huskin. He's like, oh, yes, I know what you are.
I am definitely human.
He looks at you, Medicious. Tiefling. Yes. Common around these parts. But humans. Dragonborn. Yes, also common.
So we don't have a human in our party, do we?
Nope.
Kasui is an elf as well, right?
Yep.
Well, Azure. We
Azure
believe
is human.
right? Yeah.
To
Gotcha.
the best of your abilities to tell, yes, she is human.
Or at least human akin.
I like humans.
Humans are fun.
I'm sorry. Did you say tieflings were common in these parts?
Yes, of course. They are part spread after all. Why would they not be common? So are the Dragonborn.
Part spread.
Yes, well, yes, of course. Why would they look so different if they weren't?
Interesting.
So, why are humans so, I guess, rare in these parts?
Well, they exist, of course. But, you know, they aren't native to here. This is the cognitive realm. He spots Feather at this point and he's like, yes, one of the Fae. Also relatively common. Yes, quite. And you, and he squints at Azure. Oh, actual human. Yes, I can see the slight difference in build. Yes, fascinating.
It doesn't help that Suyi and I are like the extreme of like human physique.
Yeah.
Or I guess elf physique.
Hello?
Hey, we got a voice.
Hey.
Yes.
Yes.
I was gonna say, when I was here, I knew nobody of these species, so how is it so common?
Oh, sorry, can you repeat that?
I wrote it in the chat.
So they are common in the sense that you might not have seen them, but there are places in this world where they are common.
Gotcha.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. But after a while, he's like, all right, well, I haven't nothing else. Thank you. I'm gonna write a book like no other. And he's gone. Scampers away. Everyone make a general perception check for me, please.
Leo is slightly confused by this whole encounter.
That's fair.
Nice.
Wow.
Y'all are doing great.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Leo, you noticed this to an extent. Suyi as well. Mendacious is completely distracted by a stand. Feather also notices that in general, you guys seem to be getting kind of a stink eye.
Oh, no.
my god, please.
Well, that one said it was common for people like us in some cases. It doesn't seem as if that's the case here.
So Azure looks around and she's like, well, this is awkward. I was not expecting the reception to be quite so split. We'll have to find a way of transport that is not so hostile.
I agree. Get the business done as soon as we can
Aye,
and continue on.
indeed. Yes.
I as well, Huskin.
We'll need to do some investigating and hopefully find where it is that we can travel between Shadesmar and the physical realm. So, I have some idea of where to start.
Lead on then, and I nod my head forward.
Yeah, this must be paradise for Sui. Although there's a clear difference between the Spren here and the Spren that attacked you. The Spren that attacked you were clearly almost animalistic in nature. And you gather that those Spren were base emotion Spren. They're the cognitive representation of that emotion, whereas these different Spren are the cognitive representation of concepts. And so you gather that that one Spren that you just saw might have been the cognitive representation of of academics.
Got it.
Yeah.
Is there kind of any, like, telling signs as we're walking through the streets that I can discern to kind of tell what other Spren are around?
So it's hard to tell.
By, like,
exactly
their actions and stuff, that sort of thing.
They seem to be doing everyday normal things. Like these are like shops that you're in. You're in a small market. They seem to be selling wares that look like they're coming from the physical realm. And Feather, you know that materials that are from the physical realm are particularly rare and prized in the cognitive realm, especially if they are permanent. All right. You go to. You also do know, because you're from here, if an item is not permanent, it will eventually disappear, but they are cheaper. Yeah. And most of the things that you can buy in the cognitive realm in general, so in Shadesmar, is non-permanent. Make an investigation check if you want to look around. So you do see a couple things that might be of interest. There's a couple art stands. There's a couple weapons stands, and it's seemingly basically a normal market. You can't see anything that is particularly unique. But you do notice that the prices are odd. It's not gold. It's stormlight. To remind you guys, stormlight can be stored into gems and used as a source of power, either for like magical things or like basically to heat up a room or light or anything like that. Yeah. So it seems like their currency is stormlight. You don't currently have any, if that is correct. All right. You're rolling a disadvantage currently, Feather. I can fix that for you. Hold on a sec.
There's a toggle at the top of your character sheet for future reference.
Yes. I set it to normal. So you look around the stands. You can't seem to find anything that it would fit one of your kind in this place, sadly. You feel like you probably would have to custom order, and it's probably not worth the custom order in a place where you're not going to stay, unless you want to stay. Pum, pum, pum. I didn't think so. So eventually you're brought over by Azure to what looks like it's the first stone building that you're seeing. It looks like an administrative building. This seems to be some sort of official building of some sort. I think.
I glance around. Are we still getting stink eyes?
It varies from spren to spren. Some are trying very clearly to ignore you. Some are looking at you with some form of interest, but the majority are giving you a stink eye.
Gotcha.
Especially the humanoids. Yeah. I agree. And Azure leads you guys in. There's there's a desk, basically a large welcome desk with stalls inside this building. Each stall is occupied except for one with a spren that has a vine and like white crystals for a face and hands. And he's like, "Oh, well, hello, how can I help you?"
I give a slight bow. Hello there. We are looking for a, well, to be frank, we're looking for some kind of means of interdimensional travel.
You're looking to leave Shadesmar, are you? Well, you'll need to find cultivation's perpendicularity if that's the case. Which, well, you'll have to find transport to. It's not close.
About how far is it?
It is about 2 weeks or so by ship.
Ship.
Yes. But there are some captains, I'm sure, at the dock. Let me look. If there's some that might accept humans. Yes. Yes. There's yes. The crew of Braun. Yes. They will most likely. They like humans, I think. But if not, ask around. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Mendacious is getting angry at the 2 weeks comment.
So, do you know if this person is currently in port, then?
They should be in port, yes. Yes. There's an inspection going on, but that should not be a problem for any of you. Interesting to see humans again. It's been a while.
Well, it's been an interesting time for us as well. We don't necessarily mean to be here. Our Fey friend and I kind of look at Feather.
Hi! Your face is very shiny.
Thank
She
you.
she did something that ended up bringing us to this world.
Fascinating. I don't know how that happened, but some people sometimes end up in Shadesmar.
A shiny gem.
And she looks at Sui. Well, you might be able to barter your way for passage. Depends on the captain. If they like humans, they might even let you for free for just some stories.
Very well then. I thank you for your time and information. And
Of course.
do you have a description of this, Captain Braun?
Yes, he has bronze skin. He is a light spren, you see. Yes, you cannot miss him. Very large of stature.
Good to know. Thank you again.
Yes. Yeah, and you, Azure bows to this person, and you make your way to out of. Sorry, distracted by the stream. You make your way out of the building and onto the docks. There, you see something interesting. The boats don't have sails. They are being dragged by these floating creatures. 1 second. Anyone who wants to can make a nature check for me. Give me a sec.
Does anyone have better than +1? Okay, good.
I will accidentally exit the window.
That's fine. You can reopen it. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find. This is what they look like and important. This is what's dragging. Well, Mendacious is actually the only one who notices the head of the mandra sort of looks like a spren that's generally only found around great shells. And great shells are really large crustacean creatures that are found in the wild, but they have some the head the what you would recognize as Luxspren. They are generally thought to have some sort of counter gravitational effect on these large creatures because normally they shouldn't be able to stand within their own weight. It's one of those weird magical things that no one really understands how that works.
By all known laws of physics, a bee should not be able to fly.
That's pretty much yes.
Wow, these rolls.
Yeah, you guys are doing great with those rolls.
At least we're not in combat yet.
Not yet.
I said yet. For a reason.
I mean, have we had a long rest since?
Yeah,
I'd assume we
that
have.
fight. Okay.
Yeah, I've been skipping a couple days. Yeah, absolutely. This has I for for the sake of brevity, I pushed you guys ahead a couple days. Yes, you get everything back.
Big pog.
Yep. And you guys are, I think, relatively close to leveling up too.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the thing. But not just yet. Maybe another encounter. Or two, depending on how well that goes. Anyways.
Quick, everyone feel
Oh
emotions.
God.
Everyone feel emotions.
Murder.
So we're
Okay.
Heskin did
yeah, we're-
mention that she wanted to strangle me earlier.
and Mendacious was getting angry over the 2 weeks.
Mhm.
2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks in a boat. What could go wrong?
Pirate arc.
Well, who knows? Anyways, you find the docks, and there are 6 ships there. There's one that's looking very fancy and like super big. But the person that's at the helm of the ship is definitely not what was described. It is a thin woman with blue skin and has a sort of natural grace to her. The second ship is a more not to say simple, but like a more sturdy looking normal ship, probably what you'd expect a merchant ship to have. It is very much it is very much simple. It does have some bronze skinned crewmen, but the captain looks to have inky black skin and is giving you guys a stink eye.
Keep on moving.
The next ship is another merchant ship looking, and there you do recognize what seems to be the description of the captain that you heard, the Captain Braun. He's large. He's a large man, or bronze man that has that has a bronze skin and is shouting orders at the crew. I mean, it looks like it, yeah.
I will start approaching the base of the ship.
All right. He notices you approach and he waves you on. Come on, love humans.
Can I insight check?
Absolutely, roll.
Come on, no whammies. Damn it.
Seems to be genuine.
Of course. I nod to the rest of the party and make my way onto the
Seems to be
ship.
genuine.
You are Braun, correct?
Yes. Do you need transport?
Yes, we need to make our way to out of character, the place that you said that I didn't.
Cultivation's perpendicularity.
Yes, that.
Ah, well, that's in luck. That's where we're headed.
How convenient.
Yes. We're headed towards the perpendicularity. It's on our way to where we're going. It should take about 2 weeks.
So he is asking how long till they depart.
Well, we should be departing in the morning. But if you want to pay us some extra, we can depart right away.
Your schedule should be all right, I believe. It seems as if some of us have a couple things that we still want to do.
The price will be stories. True stories, mind. I don't want no lies here.
Very well. That's a fair price indeed. Thank you.
And I'll be able to tell if you're lying.
I'm gonna insight that.
Make an insight check. He's definitely telling the truth.
Shit.
That one is easy. Mm-hmm. I am no cryptic. We of the light. We want the true stories. The cryptics can have their lies. They feed on them. But we do not. We feed on truths.
Can I insight what he means by we feed on truths?
Sure.
Better.
You're not entirely sure what it means because it's a foreign concept. But it
Is there
probably
is there something
involves-
malicious behind it? What I'm
No.
trying to
No.
understand. Okay.
So, basically, as I said, all the cognitive spren are concepts,
Mm-hmm.
but they also feed on concepts.
Gotcha.
Theoretically, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep. Azure nods and says, "That should be a fair price. I have a couple truths that I could tell for myself. How many do you need?" "Ah, well, that's a good one. One from each of you should be enough, unless someone wants to volunteer for another. I will take one from each. It's good for me. What about the rest of you?"
I am fine with that. Like so, it's RP muscles, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not to my liking, but fine.
Don't worry. I will say, though, the juicier the truth, the more interesting I can make your time. But that's another story. Hey, don't worry too much about that. And he laughs. So, in the Moro, do you need a place to stay the night? Or do you have that?
Yes, we will need a place to stay the night if it's not too much trouble.
That is more than acceptable, young Dragonborn. He was, well, we do have cabins. He yells, "Oi! Can you bring these humans to the cabins?" And you see another one of these light spren nod and silently points and leads you away.
And so you wanted to do something, I'm assuming?
All right. Written knowledge. So library. Make let's say make an investigation check at disadvantage.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
oh. Oh.
So we gotta go search for Suyi then, I'm guessing.
No. Suyi spends not exactly the entire night, but as long as they have the energy to searching for a library of sorts, and I'm aware. This was just to find a place that would have that information. It's actually, don't find it. Natural one. Yeah.
Nice.
You aren't able to find what you're looking for, sadly. Yeah. It is an unfortunate roll. But even if you had rolled straight, that would have been a 1. So, you know. And the reason why I gave you disadvantage on that roll is simply because this place is so foreign to you guys that even with that ability that you have naturally, you're like not even sure what the hell is going on, and half of these people are like not wanting to help you. Like you ask questions and people are just glaring at you, being like, basically, fuck off. Yeah, it's just to clarify that this is the thought process. Make a stealth check. And give me a second. I'm just gonna pick up some food from my fridge. Okay. I have food. Now, 1, 2, or 3. Everyone. Give me a 1 or a 2 or 3. Just pick one number.
2.
2.
All right. So that's 2 2s, 2 3s. Yeah, and 1 1. Do you wanna break the tie or no? Because you're technically a tiebreaker. If you want to be. Because.
So I'm guessing that would be 2 then.
All right. You just picked my hot sauce.
Oh dear God.
The results might affect the game. Who knows? Ooh, that's a lot of hot sauce.
You spice?
Yeah. I go into the millions in the Scovilles. I spice.
Jesus.
Ooh, that's a good hot sauce. Good choice. This is a habanero hot sauce from Trader Joe's, apparently.
Oh, I wonder when you got that, or where you got that.
California.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yep. My mom just came back. Let me grab some water. Oh, Jesus, that's good. I get hiccups from eating hot sauce, no matter how spicy it is. All right.
Ellie's dying.
I'm not dying.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
I'm just gonna be hiccuping for the rest of the game. Not even the rest of the game. But it's just like my body instinctively being like, what is this? What is this? What is this? Because even though I love spicy food, it's not like I'm white. Like, I'm not,
I know how that is.
so my body is like flavor that is strong. What?
Hey, Kona.
Anyways. It's so good. I have a chicken pasta salad with hot sauce. Anyways, so your exploration of the ship. You don't. Let me actually check. Perception check. You manage to get around the ship stealthily and not get spotted at night. What are you looking for, Feather? Okay. You actually notice that there's not really any conversation happening at all. And the sailors are doing their job without communicating, and it's quiet. Completely no sound. You can make an investigation check if you want. Can't really tell how they're communicating, but they do seem to be able to understand each other without talking. There are some actions that are clearly more complex than just, straight up that they're doing together. All right. All right, so you head back to your cabin. And Sui, do you spend all night searching? Or do you get home earlier and get some sleep? All right, so eventually you come back all evening. That's fine. You are frustrated with the lack of success, but you do all get a relatively relaxing night's sleep. It's strange. How many of you have been on a ship? That's actually a good question.
I would say Leo may have been. Maybe
Right.
once or twice.
You can choose. This is up to you in what you feel is fair for your character backstory. Feather, you have not. That is one of the ones that I can tell you already.
Also, DM,
I'd
I
bet
sent you a DM.
I
Mendacious.
was gonna say that.
I'd bet Mendacious has lied his way onto a ship once or twice.
Lied, sure. That's what Mendacious did.
Well,
It is common but dangerous because of the storms. Storms destroy ships. Basically, it's a large sea voyage as we know it does not happen. It's basically hopping. It's not exactly island hopping, but it's like continent hopping. Okay.
Also, I sent you a DM about something, Lily.
I saw.
Gotcha.
You're gonna have to clarify which war.
The most
There's a war
recent.
ongoing. It's ongoing.
When was the one just previous of that, then?
I want to say 6 years. No, 10 years or so.
Gotcha.
It was less of a war, more like a civil war.
Gotcha.
And of course, the Alethi were involved. Um. Anyways. You eventually you wake up. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I was going to describe what it feels like. So this is a different experience than you would normally expect. Normally, you would expect rocking, which there's a little bit, but not a lot. This mostly seems to be happening when a lot of people are walking on one side of the ship. It leans a little bit, and when that happens, you hear the rustling of the beads in the water, or in the sea. I should say not water, because it's not water. May have put a little bit too much hot sauce in this. Whoops. Not knowing how hot a hot sauce is always exciting when you put a shit ton on. Oh no. No. Not Orbeez. Anyways, moving on. Eventually, you wake up, and you go back onto the deck of the ship, and the ship is getting ready to set out. Right, noted. The feeling of praying to the Stormfather is different here, almost as if you were closer physically to him. Yep. Okay. So, you get back onto deck, and you see that the two creatures at the helm have been saddled and are attached to the ship, and the captain beckons you towards him, and he's like, "Well, so you're about to see Mandras do their work for the first time. That's exciting."
Yes, I am actually quite interested to see how sea travel does work in this world.
Ah, well, the Mandras pull the boat forward. There's no wind to speak of, so we cannot sail as you would on your side, eh?
That is true. So it's more similar to, say, a animal-drawn carriage than sailing.
Aye. But there be
Interesting.
things to do on the ship either way. Oh, no. My father was once, but that was a very long time ago. Maybe I'll do the journey once, but it always takes something away from us when we do.
What do you mean by that?
You see, you are able to enter and leave the physical and cognitive realms as you wish. For us, we lose a bit of ourselves back in the cognitive realm. Okay,
Like,
are you going to try to do this stealthily, Feather?
Oh god.
Before you do that, one of the sailors is going to actually grab you and say, "No, no, do that." The Mandras will hurt you. You do not want that. Trust me. Thank you. All right. You had more questions, Mendacious?
Yeah.
Mhm.
When you say you lose a piece of yourselves, do you mean literally you lose a piece of yourselves, or
Well,
is it?
it's complicated. We were not meant to live in that world. So when we do, we revert to a more simple version of ourselves. And often we lose our way and can't find our way back to Shadesmar.
What is this simple version of yourself?
It's complicated. Some of us just never seen again. It's hard to explain for one such as you.
I see.
All right. Any more questions you have for the captain before you set off?
Don't
Alright.
think so.
All right. So the Mandras are pushed with a basically not exact. It's not a whip, but it's like a stick that's similar to how shawls are pulled in your world. It's a gentle nudge, and and they move forward. Ah, yes, the crabs. Love those lovely crabs. They are actually pretty damn fast, though. When the ship gets to full speed, you're definitely faster than um than a normal ship. Um, and now we're gonna do something that I don't always do when it comes to traveling. We're gonna time skip. So unless you want to do anything in particular during those 2 weeks,
I mean, we gotta.
we're gonna take care of that now, and also we're gonna have to tell. You're gonna DM me your stories that you want to tell the captain.
Oof.
That we won't have to do.
Yeah, we gotta send that
Yeah,
later.
boy.
Because I was just gonna RP it off the top of my head.
That's fine, but yeah, that's fine. Whenever you can. There's no rush. Before next session is the only rush. So half a rush. So that would be before next week. Yeah, no, no worries. I do not expect it today. You can when you can, and preferably before next week. We're not done for today, anyways. We're gonna keep going for quite a while, hopefully. Also, just checking. Does this time work for you guys? Not now. I remember this was the old time because we had an Australian person.
The old
But
time.
we don't
No,
actually have an Australian.
the previous time was actually like the normal time because we had the Australian person.
Yeah, but we don't have an Australian person, so this
Yeah.
is actually a really good time for me.
I think a couple of us would probably do better with like an hour later.
An hour later is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Uh, 2 Eastern is good for me. When would a good time be for you, where you can talk? Just checking. After 5, okay. Yeah, so that's gonna get complicated. Is that just a Saturday thing? Alright. Well, I'm fine with, if you're fine with this time, if that works for you regardless of that. I can't do Sunday anyways, sadly. But if you don't mind text chat, I think we're going to continue with this for now because it works for me the best.
Yeah, I'm good with 2 p.m. as well.
All right.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, good. So, you wanted to do something on the ship?
I don't think so.
Okay. You actually don't find any booze at all.
That's gonna have to go 2 weeks without alcohol. Oh no.
Why does every one of my parties have alcoholics?
Almost every party in D&D has an alcoholic. Let's be real.
You're not wrong. Okay, so you're gonna go. Does anyone have a dagger that Sui can borrow?
I do.
I have a short sword dagger for you, I think.
That's true, isn't it? No, so
To be
you.
fair,
But
it's
it's my
the
size.
size. It's the short sword for a fairy. So it's basically the size of a dagger. Like an ice pick? Yes, I suppose. What are you gonna try? I'm very curious. I mean, I suppose I see where you're going with this, but I'm wondering if you even need the ice pick.
You could just shape it in the way you want
I'm
it,
just
couldn't
gonna
you?
give Sui my
I'm pretty sure you
hashtag
could do
dagger.
that with that. You just want to do it that way. All right. You're trying to learn a craft that is the craft that is ice. Ah. So yes, you can absolutely do that.
And I want Leo to spend some time in a journal that he keeps. I want him to draw some pictures of the landscape of what he sees and that sort of stuff. And I
Sounds
will
good.
absolutely roll for that.
All right.
To see if they're
Roll
good or
a
not.
Performance check.
And because it's technically painting stuff, I get proficiency, right?
Yes.
Shit.
um, you're feeling off today. Rarely have your doodles been this bad, but they are.
I make a beautiful mural on the wall of the house, and yet I can't doodle in a notebook.
Yep. Maybe it's just you're feeling seasick. Maybe.
Maybe.
You are going to roll a. It's kind of a performance check. Let me double check what I want exactly for you to roll. I feel like this is more sleight of hand. I'm gonna give you sleight of hand for this. So they're not amazing, but over the course of 2 weeks, you start getting better at this. I know I saw your stats, but I feel like in general, like just sculpting involves hands more than a performance. And I know that's just me being like a stick in the mud on like definitions, but that's 5e for you. When it generally decides like to remove a lot of like skills. I feel like sleight of hand is better. In any case, all right. So you have all right. Noted, Heskin. This has been a crazily sobering experience for you. After the 2 weeks, you're like, either I need alcohol now, or you're like, I never want to touch alcohol again. All right.
Mendacious has been taking the time to practice with each of his instruments and also having private time.
Private time.
Private time, yes.
During the 2 weeks, if I see that like Heskin's having a hard time with the lack of booze, I'm gonna spend time with her and help out with like any way that Leo can.
All right. Sounds good.
Ew, gross.
That's a character decision, not a me decision.
Sure it is. In any case, we have
Feather's just
one
gonna try to
person
torment.
masturbating, another person flirting. One person that's stabbing ice. And what's Feather
And
doing?
Feather trying to torment her. Feather's gonna try to do everything possible to make everything go wrong.
Why?
Because that's a
'Cause
very
she's
Feather
Feather.
thing to do. Yeah.
Fucking Faye.
Roll a d100 for me.
Fucking Faye. Okay.
Oh, that was Haskins, but oh well.
That doesn't matter. You don't quite manage to be an inconvenience to anyone, but you seem to be amusing the crew. So, you've made some friends.
Sweet.
Yeah. So, after 2 weeks, Azure has been slowly getting to know the crew and interacting with them and talking to them and questioning them about various things. And also has been asking you guys about the world in general, the various cities, how things work. It's up to you to decide what to share, if share at all.
I will share the information that I know about Polinar and all that culture and that sort of
She seems
stuff.
intrigued.
I'd say about half the things I tell her are true.
Make a deception check.
God fucking Bard.
Damn. Plus 11.
Fucking bards.
Damn.
Whistles.
What's her plus for investigation? Is she intelligent? I don't remember. No. I'm gonna give you that one. Even if she has proficiency for insight. thing. No, is that insight wisdom?
Insight
it's
is
wisdom, right?
definitely wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh, she seems. Then yeah, she has proficiency in insight. Fair, I think that's fair. She seems. She takes everything you say with a grain of salt, and you can tell. But she seems to be able to know when you're lying to her. I rolled a natural 19 on that insight check.
The plus modifiers and all that, it would be close, yeah.
If it was intelligence, I'd forgotten that it wasn't intelligence. I would have let it slide, but as it is, sadly, you did not roll well enough to beat this mysterious woman. Roll less shit, Benny.
Is that the highest stat increase we have so far?
11?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Yes.
with expertise.
Jesus. Fucking bards.
Bards and rogues, man. Actually, I'll have a question for you guys later. But I'm curious about one thing. Anyways, that's great. Do you? All right. Sounds good. Do you guys have any questions for Azure?
My main questions are going to be, can you give us more information about this person that you're looking for? Perhaps there could be, some help that we can give.
Well, I'm going to be honest. Once we're on the other side, I intend to part ways with you all. If that's all right.
Absolutely, but if we end up running across them somehow, perhaps we could be of some help.
They are a very dangerous person, and I wouldn't want you to find them on your own.
Leo nods to that. Very well then.
Damn, that's a lot of skills. All right, so 2 weeks of ship traveling that goes by smoothly. So no pirate arc.
Rip.
I'm not predictable like that. You eventually arrive at you see a very strange sight in the distance. It is a pretty large circle that's in the middle of the ocean by itself, where it's obsidian, and then a perfectly circular hole. And as you get closer, you realize that it's not actually a hole, but water.
Actual water.
Actual water.
Su Yi must be fucking happy as all hell.
Yes. I don't think Feather's hole is that big. She's pretty small.
I am going to thank Braun for the transportation and travel and the good times for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah. He has been telling you some stories if you've asked. We can do that in DMs if you want.
Maybe we can one-shot it sometime.
Hmm?
Maybe we could one-shot it sometime if we're missing a couple people.
If people are missing, we could do something like that, yeah. You absolutely have time where that's a thing. It went well. You make a sleight of hand check. We'll see how well it'll go. Very poorly. You ruined many of your bones.
Blame the sobering up.
Yeah, you. He looks at it confused, and he's like, "Thank you." He pockets it. I'll keep this. Um, but he says to you, "You'll have to swim down this hole. That'll take you to the to the physical realm."
How deep is this hole?
I am not sure. I've not made the swim myself.
Hmm. What is what stat is holding breath based off of again? Constitution.
Constitution. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's pretty a lot. All right, Sui just dives in and starts
I
swimming.
follow after her for them.
All right. Okay, you're not going down. Okay, so you just dive in. Yeah, it's cold. Very, very, very cold.
Feels
I'm
good,
sure
man.
it does. Yeah. Is it called swimming?
You might want to get in the water, Feather.
It is cold. Pretty damn cold. Almost uncomfortably cold. But, you know, you kind of have to if you want to go back.
I'm gonna try and attempt to fancy dive into the water.
All right. Make
Do a flip.
a acrobatics check. You
Oh yeah.
go for a flip and just kind of belly flop straight onto the water and just kind of sink. You take what's a reasonable belly flop amount of damage? 4 points of damage, bludgeoning.
Ow. Ow.
You literally, I rolled a d4 and got a 4.
Ow.
That was literally max damage. You cannot.
And
Does
I
anyone
don't
have water breathing?
I
as a
don't have
spell?
the skill where I don't need to breathe anymore yet.
Yeah, you can. You know that this has been done by others, so you might be safe.
Do not have a spell for that.
It's too bad.
I
All right,
Yeah,
Heskin
I'm going.
leads the way and starts swimming down.
Leo's gonna kind of like hyperventilate a bit to get as much oxygen in as he can, and then dive.
Yep. All right. All right, thaw off, please. All right, that's fair.
I'm gonna follow
Um,
suit.
So everyone's swimming down. So you're swimming, it's taking a while, and as you know, you're underwater, so time is yeah, you're fast. You have normal swims, you have full movement in water, right? If I remember correctly. Yeah. Um that is correct. You everyone but you, you're not exactly sure how long you've been in the water. And at some point, everything feels flipped. You no longer feel like you're going down. feel like you're going up. You're going up and up and up. And just as you feel as you need to get that breath of air, you can see the surface. And you break, gasp, and look around. You've made it back.
Where can I
You
tell
are.
where we are?
Oh, yes, you can. You can tell where you are because you know exactly where you are. You're in the Horneater Peaks.
Close to
Okay.
where I know,
You're not sure. That you can't exactly tell.
but the terrain is very, very familiar.
You are definitely at the peaks. This is what this looks like. You are in a hot spring. Somewhere along the line, the water got hotter and hotter. And you look around, and there's basically, it's exactly like this picture. There's mountains that is covering part of the spring where you are.
Leo is gonna feel very nostalgic for a moment.
Ha! Didn't think to see lowlanders in here, and a cousin. What are you doing here, cousin? He's speaking to you, Lee.
Well, I turn and look at him.
There's a very large horn-eater man who is about 6'3" and has red hair and a traditional way of shaving that is, hold on. Give me a second. This is what he looks like, more or less. And important again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mutton chops, basically. Nothing on the lips and chin, clear.
Leo is gonna make his way to the edge of the pool and start climbing out.
He hands out a hand.
And I take it. I didn't quite expect to be back so soon, to be honest.
Ah. So you've been far away from the peaks, cousin.
Yes, I've been on a mission.
Ah. I hope
And
the mission went well.
I am visibly confused.
Mm-hmm. Make a religion check, actually.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Well, could have been worse. You do know that there are some myths about the peaks that talk about spirits exiting springs like these. And you heard of some, more particularly of one of the legendary gods of the peaks, a strange being with white hair exiting one of these springs one time.
Good to know.
All right. Your wings are getting dry, but they are still a little bit soggy for gonna be like that for a while. The first thing also for the people that aren't from the peaks, it's very hot here, actually.
And I'm assuming we're pretty high up too, so thin air.
Yes. The air is actually really warm, and you gather from looking around that the air is actually being warmed by hot springs.
Leo is gonna, after kind of getting his senses a bit, he's gonna stretch and take a deep breath of air. It's been a while. It felt like I was drowning in the air down at the bottom of the mountains.
Ah, I hope you're not airsick, Lowlander, cousin, like these
No,
Lowlanders. Ha ha ha!
Everyone. This is. I'm assuming I know his name.
Yes. I'm gonna be an asshole, and I'm gonna send you this in a DM, and you're gonna have to try to pronounce it.
What the fuck is that? Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Okay, this is out of character me trying.
Yeah, that's fine.
Numu Ukumaki Ika I al Unamor.
Numa hukukuma ki aki la. Oh god, it's so hard. Numu huku makia ki ayalunamor.
I'm gonna post this in the fucking chat so they can see
It's
this.
so hard to pronounce.
That's the bullshit he sent me.
I didn't. This is a character's name, actually. But if your lowlander tongues are too stubborn to pronounce words correctly, you can just call me Rock. That is what my name means. It is a story. All good names have good story.
So do I know exactly what spring I'm at now that he's here?
Not exactly. You know that you are on the western side of the mountain range.
Gotcha. So I'm still a ways away from what I consider home.
Yeah, so you are basically, if you look at the map that is right there, you're basically right where I'm drawing the black bit.
Gotcha. And I'm
Right
from
there,
like
yeah.
here
Yeah, you're lower down
and
like,
more to the
around here.
east.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you're not very far from home, although it is on another peak completely, but
Cousin, question, how many storms has it been since I've last been here?
oh, how many storms? Oh god, how long has it been since you've been? Let's see, it's about.
And Leo would generally know this information as well, so he can kind of assess how long it's been. Like how long they were in that world other than 2 weeks.
Took you about a month to get to Kolinar, and then
About a month and a half after that of stuff.
about a month and a half of that in Kolinar, and then about
I'm more asking if our timelines match up still.
yeah, they match up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. It was a good thought, though.
No. Well, this is the party that I've been doing multiple different missions and I guess adventures at this point with, and I introduce them all to him.
It is a pleasure to get to know new family of Leo. But come. The family waits. You must feast your return.
Hell yeah. Crab time.
Hell yes. Rock, because I'm not insane. I'm going to be calling him Rock from now on. Leads you away and about 30 minutes later, you arrive um, to a what looks like a small village, and you can already smell food. And Rock waves, "Ah, we have visitors. We must make big feast tonight."
I want to make a mention that also this is the first time the party has seen Leo for an extended period of time have his weapon strapped on his back instead of carrying it with him.
Noted. Um, Rock goes into one of the huts, and I don't know. You have about 6 liters of weapons, or 8, I think it was, strapped to your body. Um, and he's if you guys want to follow him or not, it's up to you.
I will be.
Okay. You for those that um for those that uh, follow into the hut, you see Rock starting to prepare food, and he has a bunch of crab creatures that he's like, these will be good. We need. Oh wait, lowlanders, they do not eat the shells, so I'll have to prepare something for the silly and something for the brave. Yes, good. Let us see what we can do with that. And he just goes and throws a bunch of things into a pot and starts cooking, and he brings another pot. These airsick lowlanders do not have the teeth necessary to eat properly. Isn't that right, cousin?
That they do not.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to do anything in particular there while you're taking in? Okay.
Not in the way that they're talking about Heskin.
Yeah, your people didn't eat the shells off of the sea creatures. Those were too hard. No, these aren't exactly the same. These are mountain crabs, basically. Yeah. And he's preparing food, and he's like, we must make siki too. I'm all flustered to seeing you, cousin.
As well, it's bringing back many memories. Many good
Yes.
times.
Yes. You must tell me of your travels. What have you seen?
I've seen the city of Kolinar. I've seen ruins of Rathalos. It's been a journey thus far.
Yes. Quite. I can imagine. I will be leaving the peak soon, cousin. My Nukaimi. He will be going to the Shattered Plains to challenge one of the High Princes for Shardblade.
I wish you luck on your journey and your quest then.
Yes. If we can get this thing, much honor will be brought to the peaks. And then we can finally unify.
Yes.
But I ramble. I must focus on this feast.
I help out any way that I can.
All right. After a couple of hours of preparing the food, The smell and the anticipation of the food just boiling over for some of you. Eventually, Rox calls for everyone, and you see a bunch of horn eaters um, um, get ready for a feast, and there's a lot of food. He Rock warns that from one pot, if you do eat it, to not bite into the shells. Yes, some of these crabs are bigger than you are. Um, but if you think you're brave enough to try,
You see Leo grabbing specific ones that he knows he can bite through, because he is not
a
uh
horn eater.
specifically
You're
a horn
not.
eater. He has the
Yeah.
ways of them, but he's not specifically one. So you can kind of get an idea of which ones you could probably try to do that.
All right. You find an uneaten shell, which is very rare, and you start crawling around like a crab, and everyone is laughing and clapping. It's a generally very jovial uh, night. The food is amazing, lots of flavor, but just a right balance of it. Not too much, not too little. It's almost as if they found the perfect amount. The drink is also delicious. Siki, it's got a cold spice to it that is really nice, and it's not alcoholic, but it has a good punch to it that is really nice. Um,
I, although this is out of character. I'm just more assuming because I'm basically family that they're this accommodating.
yeah, they basically any person that they consider a horn eater for them is a cousin or a brother or a sister,
Mm-hmm.
depending on how closely related they consider. Even if it's just a person with red hair, because the horn eaters are very redheaded,
Yeah.
they would consider cousins. And in general, horn eaters are very much. Even you guys would know horn eaters are very friendly. Um,
I also want to make a mention. Oh, this isn't my village. My village is on the other side of the peaks. This is just my family that I've lived with for ah, gods, it's been hundreds of years.
many generations have known Leo. He is older cousin, of course.
Hmm.
I am very young compared to him.
Elves versus humans, hell yeah.
Yeah. Rock is actually relatively young. He's like, looks maybe less than 30.
Although perhaps on our way back we may end up going by my village. It seems like a good spot to check in and probably get provisions to travel back to our once we have to.
I will give you provisions if you need it, cousin.
Thank you.
There's no problem. That is what family is for, no?
Of course.
Yes. But now, why? How come you come out of the spring? It is very rare. We've not seen that happen in many, many years, many generations.
We ended up in this other world somehow during our exploration of the ruins of Rathalas. And interestingly enough, it led us to what I would assume is the other side of that pool that we emerged out of.
Many people have tried to go in. None have returned before. That is interesting. Much thought must be made on this. But, wait. You're one of the tiny gods. It is a pleasure to see you. He talks to Feather, specifically. is very rare to have your kind around. Ah, I love the Horn Eaters. The Horn Eaters are my favorite. I love them so much. They're so nice and they're great. I'm so happy to be here. Being here is so. My friend Kevin, who is in the other campaign,
He's playing a Horn Eater, isn't he?
he's playing a Horn Eater. He absolutely. I gave him free reign for the language as well. Let me just 1 sec. Give you the name of the first of all, his character, and second of all, his fucking sibling. One of his siblings' name is so long. His is Aliru Unkaliki. Sorry. His brother is so long that it puts Rock's name to shame.
Dear God.
That's what it is.
What the fuck?
Yep.
To give you guys,
I had to say that in the campaign.
To give you guys an idea of this player, he literally played a squirrel that got transmuted to a human.
Yep. He is my favorite. He's my favorite kind of D&D player because he gives 100% of himself into his characters. Anyways, back to the game. I know what you are because we know legends. And also I can see your cousins. Some of our kind have the ability to see through to the other side. I am one of those. Your cousin, yes. The other gods, Spren, as you would say, yes. Well, had you arrived in this place, maybe others would have known, yes? But it is rare, it is true.
Tell me, cousin, how has the training grounds been?
Quiet.
Hmm.
It has been quiet for a while. Why do you ask?
Just curious how the training goes, that's all.
Yes, well, since your master died, not many have come. Fewer than fewer each year. Maybe you could maybe once you are done traveling the world, you can come back and train with others, eh?
Perhaps. I will definitely keep that in mind as an option. I still have many years ahead of me. Still have quite a bit of the world to see.
You're still young, yes. Haha. But it is one day is all our days to stay home and take life easy. So don't stay away for too long. Home always beckons.
And I will take Feather up on her offer and take her to training grounds are in this area, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take her to some of the training grounds and show her around and sort of stuff.
Yeah. So the training grounds are very much sparse is not the right word, but simple. It's the monk lifestyle is always simple, and it is pretty abandoned, but they do upkeep it. It is one of their duties is to keep it in good shape.
When I was a young adult, this place was full of monks and horn eaters training, bettering themselves. It is quite a sad state to see it like this.
Yes. But
Feather, if
but
you're
you
trying to
come
say
back.
something, your mic ain't working.
Free.
I heard that.
Yeah, I did too.
I heard a tiny re.
Well, about little under 200 years ago, I would say. A little over, actually. My master, the master of the monks here, passed. And
Or at
as...
least you thought he did.
Well, I'm not saying that, because
Oh yeah, no.
the rock's with us.
Yeah.
And, well, as he said, people have been coming less and less. The Horn Eaters are still renowned for their combat prowess and abilities, but there is something about Gali that drew people to him. It was Gali to me, and to everyone here.
Gali was a good man. His death came too soon.
I considered him a brother. We need to make our way back to Kolinar soon. Cousin, the stay has been very welcomed and very needed, I'd say, but in the morning we need to make our way back, I believe. Going to be a long enough trip as it is.
Of course, I will ask the family to bring supplies. Is there anything you need? Other than the supplies?
I personally do not. It would be up to the rest of my group to see what they need. And yes, I do have the sword.
You should still have the sword.
I
yes.
do have the sword.
Wait, I forget. Do you have it attached to you or not?
Nah, it's in the bag of holding.
Okay, yeah. That's what I thought, because I don't remember, because my other party also did that immediately, which I'm just like, can't believe two parties did that immediately again.
What, stuffed it in a bag of holding?
Yeah.
That is true. Perhaps there is some, archive of this sword, and I take it out of the bag of holding. Hold it closed in its sheath.
What is this, cousin?
It calls itself, yes, you heard that correctly, it calls itself the Night Blood.
Nightblood. I've not heard of such thing.
Yes,
It's strange.
We were given
Everyone
it.
make a perception check, by the way. Just in general. General perception check. For me.
We were given it as a mission to try and find its rightful or new owner, I guess. That person has not come upon us yet.
Well, if the right person is going to come, then they will come. Feather and Thoth and Mendacious, you notice that Azure has disappeared.
I put it away.
At some point during the during all of this, she slipped away and is gone.
Probably along the mission that she was planning on to begin with. I only do
Yes,
wish that I got the chance to thank her.
I saw the lady leave, but I did not want to interfere.
I nod.
She has a strange presence. She almost seemed like one of the Mifi Alakili. Make a religion check for me, Leo, again. You... Miki Alakili. It is difficult to translate. It almost half god.
She was an Asimar, wasn't she? This is out of character.
Maybe.
Well, she was the one who helped guide us through that other world. So, we owe her much thanks for us being returned to the world.
I do not know exactly what she is. Different, I believe, than normal. But something about her. It's hard to say. Something about the hair. Yeah, sure. Roll insight.
I'm assuming this conversation's going on as we're exploring through the fighting grounds, right?
Sure. Or at some point. He seems to
Yeah.
be honest in what he's saying. What you've noticed about the Horn Eaters is that they are very genuine.
As we're making our way, I guess, out of the fighting ground / monk area, I'm gonna kind of glance over, and if anyone else wants to glance, they would see what looks like the kind of minimal beds that the monks would sleep on during their training time. But this one is much, much, much more warm. And Leo kind of glances, looks at it for a second, and continues.
That's a good question. Do you guys get someone to like look over your house when you were gone? I don't think so.
We didn't expect to be gone this long, so no.
That's fair. Yep. Accidents happen.
Yes, I'm okay. Just reminiscing in the past.
All right. Well, I believe it is time for sleep. At least for me. You can stay up if you desire, cousin. I need the sleep.
Rest well,
It was a
cousin.
pleasure meeting you all. Tomorrow, we will have provisions for you for the trip.
Now, DM, is this going to be provisions for the whole trips or provisions to the Tulin tribe?
Probably the whole trip.
Gotcha.
They're very generous people.
You can go ahead. I'm going to reminisce a bit more, I believe. And
I understand, cousin. It's been too long.
it has. And with that, Leo's kind of gonna wander back into the training ground area, and he's gonna spend the time there until he needs to trance for the night. And when he does, he's gonna find his way to that worn bedding area and set up there for trance.
So he's saying that out loud, right? All right. Well, it has been a pleasure to meet one of the water folk. Not many have come this far. But a pleasure nonetheless. We try to be as friendly as we can, huh? It is always a pleasure. I hope things will be good for you on your travels, friends. Huh. We have to be. All right, sounds good. All right, these people um chose to live on this side of the mountain because it is less buffeted by the winds. And so it's actually pretty smart. So that their houses aren't necessarily as sturdy as you would expect, houses buffeted by the winds. They're still sturdy and they still face away from the storm. But in general, this place is relatively covered and peaceful. There's an air of calmness. You would be on the west side, yeah. Absolutely.
Question for Su Yi: are you going to be exploring the monk area? And you saw Leo walk off into it, so it's not like it's really restricted at the time. Gotcha. Gotcha. Then DM.
Yep.
I want to go look for. I'm assuming there would be one. I would want to go look for the grave/memorial for Gali. And kind of look at it to see if there's been any change to it.
No, it's not been touched in your absence.
Is there anything knowing now about Hoyd that kind of sticks out to me as strange about the area?
Not exactly. So understanding Hoyd as he is now, you still don't really understand Hoyd, but he is a mysterious figure that Um, I just watch out for the dick wall, so I just got distracted. Sorry. Um, um, but yeah, no, it almost seems like it was a different person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the ground here is like well grown over and all that too. Assuming.
Yeah. This place has not been, used other than by you, generally speaking. Yeah.
All right, Leo will go and set up on his bed for the night.
Okay, sorry. They just finished a part of the raid. I wanted to see it. There isn't really no. Their prayers are either done in the open or in private. Here, they worship Spren. All right. So the feeling of closeness that you had while you were in Shadesmar is gone. But the familiar feeling of not exactly warmth, but of a thunder in your head while you're praying for the Stormfather is present. All right. Anything else anyone wants to do before the night is up?
Oh,
You're leaving in the morning, yes. There is no river, but there are these. There are the only thing that there are those hot springs. You can find those for sure. No. No fishing for you, never mind. Sorry. Yep. No nice relaxing fishing. No sushi tonight. Lel. All right. All right. So you explore the beautiful, beautiful um, landscape, and then you finally decide to go to sleep. After a good night of sleep for everyone, I'm assuming, Leo, you abandon your exploration at some point?
Well, my exploration ended with me at my monk
Yeah.
bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna sleep there. Um, so you go, um, you go you go to sleep. Everyone wakes up in the morning. You're well rested and ready for the day. Rock greets you all with bundles of supplies for everyone. If you do not eat this too fast, it should last quite a while. Wish you good luck on your travels, friends.
Thank you, cousin. And I wish you safe travel and much prosperity on yours as well.
Thank you, cousin. I have a good feeling about this trip. Worst comes to the worst. Well, we will not talk of this, eh?
Hmm.
Anyways. So,
Can we take a quick break?
yes, absolutely.
Awesome. I'll be right back.
All right. Quick break. Go to the bathroom, anything you need. Bathroom break. For me, it's watch more raid break. Looks like a pretty fucking good raid, to be honest.
Did it come out today?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like literally people are doing the world's first race right now.
Oh
I'm
wow.
watching Gathalion and his crew do it. I think they're on the last encounter actually. It's not a very long raid, which is not surprising. It's got some pretty cool mechanics though. I wonder if they'll be cool to see if they get world's first again. Also, chat, subscribe to Use a Killer, Twitch Prime, all of that good shit. Oh god! Oh, I just noticed it. They're back.
Oh.
There's more Discord updates than any other application that I know. I mean, I don't mind. Apparently, they laid off a bunch of people, which is not surprising because they shut down the games part of the company. So that probably is why they laid off people. Like the Nitro games or whatever it's called.
All right, I'm back. Hey, King, how you doing? I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
All right, is everyone back?
Uh,
Are the girls back? I'm gonna
I
assume
would
no.
take that as a no.
doesn't seem like it.
Alright, that's fine. Uh, oh god, I want a donut. Donuts are so disgusting but good.
Hell yeah.
I love donuts. I also hate donuts.
I just
Oh,
want,
Krispy Kreme donuts.
I
They're
just,
the best donuts.
I just want baked goods in general right now. Goddamn.
There's no better donut than a Krispy Kreme donut, and I will fight anyone on that.
True.
I don't know if anybody could oppose that.
I mean, if they did, they were wrong. My brother thought that, like, Dunkin' donuts were better, and I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you, fucking
That's
lunatic?
just
It's just wrong.
objectively wrong.
I mean, I like Dunkin' Donuts cake donuts better. But
Dunkin'
the
Donuts
yeast donuts,
makes a decent donut.
the yeast donuts are
But-
better at Krispy Kreme. Yeah.
Krispy Kreme, you want to get a fucking donut.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best donut. I went to a Krispy Kreme factory. I got them like fresh off the tray as they come out. That was so good. All right. I mean, I like just basic glazed. I'm a basic bitch when it comes to donuts. Anyways. Oh god, I just had an awful flashback about donuts. Let's not talk about that.
But wait. Was it that?
I mean, there's only one donut thing that I remember in the flashback.
The thing
But-
is, I don't know what you're talking. I'm not 100% sure if
I'm
what you're
pretty
talking about
sure
is
you
what I'm
know
talking
what
about.
If it's
Was it the
if
thing
it's-
that I shared around a few years back?
it's either you or was Red that shared
It was both of us.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely that. It was the awful, most cursed
Yep.
thing in the world.
We're not going to talk about it.
Exactly. All right. So. Anyways. Let's get back to business. To defeat the Huns.
Is it safe to say that going over the mountain's going to probably take a whole day of travel?
Well, you don't need to go over the mountains. You can go under the mountains.
That's true.
Or through the mountains. There are passages.
I'd say take whatever way Leo has taken in the past.
Yep. You do know that these paths are not historically particularly safe, but they are the easiest way to travel across the peaks. Hey, you don't know if there's going to be combat. Maybe you guys are going to be super stealthy and are not going to make any noise at all. And I mean, what?
Leo's confident and has traveled this path many a times. He's not going to really be sneaky along the way, I don't think.
He is definitely the eldest. Pretty sure. That only lasts 10 minutes. This journey will probably take a full day or so.
It
Just so
also
that
is on a point. It does not move.
Oh yeah, that's right, it does.
Yeah, some spells you can cast on an object and it'll follow the object,
Yeah.
but
Darkness is one of those.
yes.
I just found a really good use with
So
darkness
is-
with my warlock.
so is daylight. Especially
My
because your warlock
with
has devil
18
sight, doesn't it?
AC in darkness, and she can see through it,
Uh-huh.
is a very dangerous combination to have. Fuck, magical darkness as a warlock is amazing.
Hell
Because
yeah.
we can see through it. Anyways. So, you start your way, yikes. You start, you make your way to
Because you can't see where you need to go. Oh,
Yep.
I love visual requirements for spells.
My DM has been making us go through nightmares, and we woke up in one inside of stone pillars. Our sorcerer was not having fun because all her spells were fire based. And let's just say that when you don't have a lot of oxygen, the last thing you want to do is use fire. In any case, you make your way. You make your way towards one of the paths that you know, and you make a survival check for me.
Can I have advantage since I'm familiar?
Sure.
Everybody
Oh,
make
yeah.
survival?
No, just Leo.
Okay.
That's stealth.
Fuck me.
Yep.
It's a +4, so -1 that.
So 16, yeah. All right. So you push through. You find the path. The paths are not the largest, but you know, it is a mountain path. It is hard walking, and but eventually Leo brings you to a cavern. The mouth of the cavern, you can see that it's very different immediately from yes, but this is specifically something that he has to do for leading you guys through a territory that he already knows. Yeah.
Would have been
you can
pretty
see-
awkward getting lost.
Yeah. The inside of the cavern, you can feel the difference just standing at the mouth. It's cold. It is very cold. Very, very, very cold. Yes. But still kind of cold.
Yeah, at this point you see Leo don, probably for the first time ever, like an actual kind of coat.
Mm-hmm. So, what's your marching order? And how are you marching?
How wide is this?
It is so you can stand for the most part through all of it. You can stand three aside, so it's about 15 feet wide. But you know that the immediate opening is a fairly large opening room with um, multiple paths that lead to the same place. It's just many of them are. Some of them are safer than others. Many of them are ice bridges, so that's not the safest thing to try to cross.
I'd say generally we would be shoulder to shoulder, just two at a time.
Okay.
With me kind of like leading ahead a little bit.
All right. So the opening the cave opens up, and immediately you can see that it splits into three different sections. There's immediately entering. There's an ice bridge. There's a path that goes up. There's a path that goes down. You know that regardless of which path you take, you will eventually have to cross at least one ice bridge. But the upwards path is one that uses the least bridges theoretically. Whereas the downwards paths and the straight path would require you to cross two ice bridges.
So generally the top path is the safest.
Yep.
That I would know of. And I would take that path with the group.
All right. So you lead through the path. The corridor is winding, and it turns around on itself at one point, and it opens back up into this large room, and you can see. Actually, make a perception check. Everyone who wants to. Damn, these are good perception checks. All right. That sounds good. It is dark, yes. So actually, do you guys want to light a torch for the dragonborn who cannot see in the dark?
And the tiefling see in the dark?
Yes.
I believe tieflings have 60 feet dark vision.
Yep.
I don't know about Feather. I don't remember.
I don't think Fae do.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Does anyone have magical light so we don't melt the ice bridge? That's not really light. Like a light spell or something like that. Very true.
That's not exactly a source of light.
Yeah, I'll strike up a torch since I'm leading.
A torch is light. So, Leo hands you a torch, Heskin. Daylight is...
That would actually work.
That is, yes, but it probably a bit overkill.
What level spell is that?
Third.
Yeah.
I don't think it follows you.
Yeah, no. Let's not.
So you do. So let's just assume that you did that while entering the cave. You hear as you get deeper into this place, a sort of clicking noise, which you recognize. not exactly that, but imagine more clicky. I'm not good at making clicking noises. That's the best kind of clicking noise I was able to make.
Are we kind of in an area where we can get back to back?
You are, yeah, you're in a relatively open place. You can see a bridge in front of you. Let's bring you over to the map, shall we? Feather, Hiskin, Leo, Minda, and Sui. Switch you guys around a little bit like that. And then, so you guys ignore any treasure and open passageways. Ice sword is out. You guys here. Just gonna get a general distance on things. All right. Good to know. And you start hearing these light, but still at the same time heavy.
Coming from which way?
Coming from this way.
And I'm assuming we need to go this way?
No, you need to go this way.
Perfect.
Yep.
So we're ignoring everything on the south part, basically. Guessing.
Yeah, you came in from here. So basically all of these paths lead to the same place, as you can see. But you guys need to get here.
Where is here?
The top right.
Got it.
Yeah. And you guys, after just a little bit, see edge of your vision a large shape of a creature and a shriek that goes. Roll for initiative. Give me a sec before you roll. Roll for initiative.
Nice. 8. It also deleted my initiative for some reason.
You can re-roll it.
Okay.
Roll an 8 again.
That's convenient.
We just need feather, and I need to roll initiative for this thing. Oh, good. 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 You guys...
Natural 20 initiative or some shit, I bet.
You guys have no idea how good I am at rolling initiative.
I mean, Feather got a 19. That's not bad.
You got a 1.
Oh, yeah.
Right. But it is blocking your way. Yeah.
Do I know what this creature is?
Yes, this is one of the great shells that lives in the area. So you have a question and I have an answer.
Isn't multi-attack just 2 attack actions?
believe it's normal rules for a multi. Oh, that's actually a good. Yeah, I think we said if it uses tide, then it can't be used in a multi attack. I think. Yeah. Because it's kind of like casting a spell, and you can't cast spells. Yeah, Javelin is fine then. Yeah, absolutely. You can't cast a spell as a multi. If you were to multi-class, I believe. I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not sure. I think I need to research. If I'm wrong, I might change it. But it makes sense for now, so let's go. So, Sui, you're up first. He's 55 feet away. Just to clarify, any path that exits the map that isn't like over here is not a path. I can draw. This is closed. This is closed. All right. Yeah, kinda. You decide which stance it is at the start of combat, or during your first turn, I suppose. It doesn't cost you anything to get into that first stance, but on your first turn. All right, sounds good. Y'all, there's so many things going on. I'm having tea spilled at me at the same time. That hits, absolutely, Jesus. All right.
Good start.
Yeet. Okay, you throw the javelin. It manages to hit in a soft spot between two shell parts, and it pierces in, and the great shell shrieks.
Sugi has that home field advantage right now.
That absolutely, Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Bonus action. Lake stands. Hell yeah. So that was one hell of a turn. And you gained a tide. Absolutely. Is that your turn? Ta-da.
I want to move closer to this thing, but this is not what me work. So I don't know why.
You're using Heskin.
Yes, I am. That's 20. So from there to there, probably altogether.
Ellie could also give control of Feather's token to Heskin and vice
Oh, I
versa,
can do that, yeah.
just to make it easier for you guys.
Yeah. Hold on, let me do that. God, That's actually a little bit complicated.
Sorry to make everything complicated.
It's a little bit complicated simply because this is a direct character token, and not
It's okay.
just. So I need to give you access to the character sheet through.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not gonna do that.
Okay. I want to do Hunter's Mark, obviously, if I can do it from there.
Absolutely, yeah. So it is Hunter's Marked. I'm gonna use this symbol for that.
Is it just me or is that arrow stuck there now?
Why?
Can you click with the measuring tool again on Heskin's page, please? There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So that's extra 1d6 damage. Plus, I'm gonna do longbow twice.
Yep.
Because multi-attack.
Yep. The first one misses violently. Sui, make a dexterity check for me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sui.
You're good. Luckily, your reflexes are good enough to be able to dodge, but your first shot you slip, and then your second saw that. Well, the thing is, you already got your type for your turn, so nope, does not. Yes, but your turn starts at the beginning of the round.
Current cycle.
Not at the end. So this is, you basically can get one type per round, not per turn. I'm sorry if I didn't explain that correctly previously. If it was just turn, you could get one basically every single turn that someone is attacking you with each unique attacks, and that would be insane. You could theoretically get like 17 tied if there were 17 enemies attacking you at the same time. That is why I lock it per round. Yeah. That was the theoretical that I was worried about doing it this way. So yeah. Alright, so that hits 13. Okay, nice. Nice damage. Jesus Christ, guys, you are doing good damage on this thing. Anything else you want to do? You got bonus action movements, so that's your turn.
Nope.
Heskin, what would you like to try? There's a lot of water here, so you don't need to create more. I think Sui is set.
40-foot radius.
That's pretty damn big.
That hits Suyi.
Depends on where she puts it.
That's true.
And a range of 150 feet. Yeah, you can make it so it doesn't hit Sui. Make it like here. All right, so from this, okay, I'm gonna make a shape. Oh, that's not the draw there. Fucking roll 20 is bugging out. There. Fucking. Thank you. That was that. And like here. That looks square. I'm just eyeballing it. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Eyeballing it. Okay. So that's heavily obscured terrain. Covered with slick ice, making it difficult terrain. Alright. It must make a dexterity saving throw. Guess what I rolled?
Natural 1?
Again. So it slips. This giant thing slips on the ice. It's prone. Alright. Alright. So it doesn't have a spell going, but that's your spell. Do you want to do a bonus action, anything in movement? Alright. Mendacious.
Alrighty. Let's see.
So now the area is heavily obscured.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that kind of fucks me a little bit. How long does that last?
Hmm?
How long does that last?
Up to a
1 minute. And just concentration.
Yeah. Welcome back. That was pretty fast. Is that the thing you eat or a date?
Right, date, sir. Very
I
good.
am gonna move
I assumed, but I wanted to make a good joke
up there.
because I'm a funny.
I'm gonna give Sweet Yee inspiration.
Yeah.
So that's a D8. And then I'm going to
Were you inspired?
Sweet Yee.
Okay. So you feel inspired by Mendacious's presence.
I'm gonna hit this thing with a Dissonant Whispers.
Alright. Can you remind me exactly what Dissonant Whispers does?
Yes. Okay.
Heavily obscures does not mean invisible, though. If it's you have a disadvantage if it's a spell attack.
Here, let me.
Okay, then you have disadvantage.
There we go. Now it shows it. So wisdom save.
Oh, is it just a wisdom save?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not a spell attack. It's just a wisdom save.
Yeah, it's just a wisdom save.
Yeah.
And I don't need line of sight for it.
Wow. Kind of bullshit. It fails.
Yeah.
It takes it the full 16 points of damage.
Sweet.
Yeah. right.
And that's my turn.
Wait, no, that's not right. You made that an attack. Yeah, that's a d20 plus 5. What?
Is it?
Yeah.
Should be
You
a
ha- you have it-
3d6
so you need to
psychic
roll it.
damage.
So you need to press Dissonant Whispers. I think.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
two
you just need to
hits.
set that as a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There, that did 11. I clicked it.
Okay.
11 points of psychic damage. Let's make that a thing. Yep. Alright, that's pretty good still. Anything else you want to do? You bonus action, you moved. Actually, that's all you can do. So, Leo.
I'm gonna do some real D&D shit here.
Oh, you're gonna jump, aren't you?
I'm gonna go here, like start running, or kind of move my way there. Then I'm gonna use this 10 feet here to get a running start. Use my ring of jumping to ensure I can make this,
Oh.
and I'm gonna jump right into its face.
Oh, it needs to move it. Use its full movement to move away, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wait,
Oh wait, no. It has. It's. Sorry. This is
that's on its
1,
turn,
2, 3, 4.
isn't
No, it's
it?
immediately. It needs to use its reaction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's where it is.
Okay, so let me count this entirely. I get 10 feet of movement, and I can jump.
No, wait. No, that's even wrong. Hold on, because it needs to stand up, which is half movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. Lobby.
I have a calculator out for this. Hold on. So I can jump 40 feet horizontally with 10 feet of
Yeah.
movement.
Yep.
So 10 feet of movement, and I'm jumping in its face. Can I do that?
You can certainly try.
Yeah,
Make
I have
an
a.
acrobatics check.
Come on, no whammies. No whammies.
You make it easily. You
And-
make it seem elegant. In fact, you land on the ground. Wait, you're trying to land on or in front?
Near it.
All right, so you land on the
Like-
ground and you slide on your knee the rest of the way because of the icy.
And I'm gonna slide in for an attack.
All right. That hits.
Okay, attack number
All right.
1.
Yep.
Attack number 2.
Yep, that hits.
Gonna flurry of that second one I want stunning strike.
All right. It
Needs
needs to make a
DC
Constitution saving
15.
throw. It passes.
Okay. And
This is a big Constitution beast.
I'm going to flurry of blows.
Yep. Bonk
and
it.
Do 2 more. Is flurry of blows specifically unarmed? Yeah, it is.
Yes. Yeah. Your bonus action attack is always going to be unarmed. That does not.
Gotcha. And that doesn't hit.
That you fumble your first strike. You off balance. You try to go in for a second, but you fall. You are now prone in front of it, and I believe that was all of your moves.
Well, I did. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It was more than half of your movement.
Yeah,
Which you need
for
half your
sure.
movement to stand. So it's happy that it has a snack. I can't
was-
believe I get to kill someone.
That was almost cool.
And guess what?
Natural
It has
20.
blind sight,
Oh, okay.
bitches. Need to roll the correct dice this time. Combat dice. assume a 21 hits.
Yeah, actually.
Alright. That's the first attack. That's one of its claws. That's for 10 damage.
Okay.
Second attack. An 18.
That does not hit.
Alright. And its third attack, which is a bite. 28.
Yeah, I think that hits. Wow.
It's a biggin. 15 points of damage.
Ouch.
Yep. You made a choice.
I made a choice. I made the only choice that I had. Really.
Sui! You can see in the obscured thing a prone Leo getting basically massacred.
So bad that backup character, Ellie.
Uh-huh. It might come sooner than expected. I'm aware you can't. You might be wanting to use Expeditious Retreat.
It's fine.
It's fine. Alright, back to bonus action waterfall. You're at disadvantage.
Aww.
I know.
Aww.
I'm sorry. But it is.
Just roll
heavily
another
obscured.
20 for it.
That does not hit. Well, I'll give you the 20. So that does hit. Yeah. Alright. Another javelin pierces its armor. You can have your second attack. Sadly, the second javelin just bounces off the chitin armor and goes skittering away. Oh, inspiration. Yeah, that's right. You have that. Yeah, that does hit. Barely.
Hell yeah.
Remembering the inspiration you got from Mendacious, the other one manages to find a weakness in the plate, and you deal another 13 points of damage. Damn. Nice. Fither. Are you moving as far as you
what
go?
I did.
So that's one. That's so 1, 2, 3, 4. That's basically as far as you can go. All right, Fither.
I'm gonna do what I did last time.
Oh my god.
All right.
That's gonna be a new thing.
You have the rope for it?
If she does.
Yeah.
It gives you the rope back? That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it doesn't use it up. All right. So that's your action.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
is that all you do?
my movement will be going up the thing.
Yeah.
So.
Makes sense. Okay. So, Heskin.
I think she was wanting to do shield for you.
Wanting to do what?
Shield of Faith.
Shields of
The...
Faith. A creature of your choice within range.
Now, That is concentration. That would cancel out the other one.
Yeah, that would cancel out the sleet storm.
The sleep should have been a minute, right?
It's concentration.
No, but it's
though, for
concentration.
up
If
to
you
a
drop
minute.
concentration on a concentration
right.
spell, it disappears.
Yeah.
So she's going for Shield of Faith?
Yeah.
Alright.
Good to
Sleet
know.
storm disappears. Which is actually very helpful for the party.
Thank you. Yes.
And you are able to give that bonus shield to.
Now, since that was a bonus action, can she do a
She
cantrip?
can use a cantrip for an attack, yes. For a spell. But no more. Yeah, or use her action to do anything else. Yup. I almost got into a huge argument with my DM about readied spells because he didn't believe me that readying a spell uses up the spell slot. Just like, please. Yeah, no, absolutely it does. Then it's up to the DM to decide if concentrating. Okay. If concentrating on the act itself, if it can last for more than one turn, but yeah, it does not.
Well,
I agree, but that's how my DM is running it, which I feel like is nicer for a spellcaster, but mendacious.
Hold on. I want to mention, you're a black dragon, right? The last time we did your breath attack, we used it as a cone. It's actually just a straight line.
Yeah, I realized that later as well.
So you could do a straight line, hit it, and possibly not hit me?
Yeah, you wouldn't hit it. Alright, so what
Please
does
no natural
the
one.
breath do again?
I think it's a con save, isn't it?
Probably. Con.
$3d6 pog.
Alright. It failed. Roll 3d6 damage. I can't believe it failed.
No, Heskin, failed is good. Failed means you do damage. Full
Alright.
damage, actually.
Yeah, 14 points of poison damage, I believe, right?
Good rolls.
Acid damage. Yeah, and poison is different. Always forget. Poison is very good. Acid, not as good. That's what I need to remember. Yes.
Poison's probably pretty good against a chitinous bug monster.
Poison also does like that
So gets
really
his
bad
armor.
effect thing.
Or
if you get
acid, I
poisoned,
should say.
right? Like, it's nasty
Yeah,
to
poison-
get poisoned in 5th edition.
Poison is the fuck you effect.
Yeah, I know it doesn't poison you, but like, I'm just remembering. Mendacious, your turn.
Alrighty. Okay, so I am going to healing word Leo.
Thank you.
Alright. It's a bonus action?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so you get 7 points of healing.
And
Yeah, that's a nasty condition. That's a condition that will kill a character.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
Use poison.
I will vicious mockery.
You're not
This
wrong.
thing.
Alright. What are you mocking it with?
I'm gonna call it a pathetic excuse for a monster
Alright.
for slipping on the ice earlier.
It's a save, right?
I
is it-
believe yes.
Can you give it a check?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Okay. That was cocked. Natural 1.
2d4.
Okay. So it's 2d4 psychic.
Yep. Also, my
Big
party
hog.
is making fun. My party is making fun of me, of my character, for always using Eldritch Blast. It makes me sad.
It's a warlock. Of
What do you
course it's
mean?
using Eldritch Blast.
It's like, what kind of a spell are you gonna use? Oh, that's such variety, Ellie. And I'm just like, fuck you, fuck you guys. You guys suck. I love warlocks.
Why would you need any other spell?
To be fair, Eldritch Blast is the best spell. No other spell compares. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, 1d10 plus charisma. Whew.
Yeah, but I don't remember when the last time we had a party with a fighter.
Plus, with Eldritch Invocations, you can make it whatever you want.
It's true.
Let's punch a lot.
Alright, so that's your full turn, I assume? Unless you want to move.
I'm gonna stay put.
Alright. Leo.
Half my movement getting up.
Alright, you are now up.
And I'm gonna swing at it.
Alright. Attack 1, that hits.
Perfect.
Jesus, okay, yep.
Fuck me.
That misses. Your weapon flies out of your hands as you hit the chitin, slides on the ground and falls into the pit.
Fuck. I liked that weapon.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Well, at least I'm not useless without it. Ah,
It's true.
that cost a lot of money.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I'm an asshole.
Okay. Flurry of blows.
All right. Okay.
And I want it to make a Dex?
Oh, you.
I want it to
You-
make a dexterity saving throw.
A dexterity saving throw? Are you
Yes.
trying to?
It's
punt it
going
on
to be
its ass?
knocked prone.
What the fuck? It failed.
15.
This thing is clumsy.
So it is knocked prone, which means this next attack has advantage, correct?
Believe so. Yes. 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 That hits.
Nice.
All right. Jesus, that consistent damage is looking pretty damn rough.
And I'm. It can't take a reaction until the end of my next turn. Let's just have it do that because it's already prone.
Yeah. Okay. It's gonna stand. It's gonna. Or unless you want to move. It's gonna stand. It's gonna move. It doesn't have advantage anymore. It's gonna use its 3 attacks on you. Okay, that hits. That hits. That does not hit. Yep. Yep. That's a 22 and a 26. All right. I rolled actually pretty fucking good. It's 14. 25 points of bludgeoning damage total, yes. So I think you should be at 2. Yeah. No! God. No, that was both attacks at once. Sweet. It's looking pretty rough. Hell yeah. Alright. Multi-attacks. Alright. That's a good idea. Yeah, hell yeah. Alright, roll your first attack. I think it's the same damage though, right? No, it's not. I don't remember. There. Yeah, that hits. Roll damage. That's 8 slashing. You go in for 1 attack. Your second attack. Yep. Yes, you do lose the water rush effect, I believe. But you still have the negative for the rest of the round. But you gain the advantage of the twin icicles. Yes. I don't know. This is a very makeshift class. Fuck it. Let's say no. You still gain the effect for the turn. That doesn't make sense. What I was saying didn't make sense. I'm still working on this way too much. Let's go. All right. Yeah, that hits. Just barely hits. All right. Plus 2d6. How do you want to do this? Yeah, it's just went for it. It does. It has 8 legs and 2 pincers. All right. Uh-huh. Hell yeah. So you slide through its legs leap on its back and just stab and twist with your ice sword, pull it out, and the beast falls silent. With that, we're gonna end for today, because that's all I have planned.
Woo.
Question
Yep.
before we actually like do anything, is that hole that Leo's sword fell in or whatever, is it really deep?
It is. Look down and make a perception check. Make a perception check. You cannot see the bottom. Before you do that, you hear ding. Yeah, it's very fucking deep.
But Leo, sorry.
I mean, it'd help you for a bit of it, but it might not help you get back up. Oh, and that thing is gone. I'm sorry, man.
So can I check this creature real quick? Like inspect it?
Sure, I can even give you a picture of what it looks like. Because I have a larger picture. Because it's pretty.
I guess I should.
Pictures. Where is it? There it is. That's what it looks like.
Sweet.
Neat.
Yeah. It's actually 1021. I don't know what you're talking about with that all 420.
Rest in peace.
It was a lot.
A lot.
No, I don't think it
I
was
think
as
so.
much. Maybe it was 50. No, I don't think it was more like 500, I think. It wasn't magical.
That was the one you enchanted, though, right?
Oh, you got... right. Then it must have been about that much. It's
Very
actually
good.
1022. It's 2222. Make a wish.
I like what Heskin was gonna do.
Yeah.
Woo.
You get one good out of the bag. Yeah, everyone levels up. Yeah. So I'm assuming. Oh, bestow curse. I love that spell.
Yeah, that's what she was gonna do. And she was gonna.
Like, yeah, it can fit. It like it's a. If it succeeds, it can be a better hex, which is awesome. But it's gotta succeed.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was. That's what I was telling her. Fix, but I've been looking at her character sheet a little bit, and I'm like, you need to use these spells. Come on.
Yeah, clerics are good.
Yeah.
Yep. It's true. You didn't get swarmed by enemies, and you weren't the one to almost die this time.
Pog,
I
I
was
can learn
really
4th level
hoping-
spells.
I was really hoping I was gonna get someone with that one. At least knock someone out. Yeah, I was so close. It rolled 2d8 per attacks. Yeah, you did a lot of damage so fast.
We're level 7.
I was hoping to be, because the thing is, this thing is a juvenile.
Oh, yay.
Yes. And I was hoping that it could burst someone. Because it doesn't have that much health compared to other things that you fought.
I'm so glad for, I thought of the rope trick thing.
It didn't come into use, sadly, but
No.
yeah.
Doing combat from now on.
Also, I will say this is the second time this monster has claimed one of the party's weapons. A party's weapon, because the first time it was with my other party. One of my players' staffs fell down the crevice as well. And to just make it worse, the creature fell on top of the staff.
Ooh.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. You upset about something?
It might be. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You could always multi-class. And...
No, it's fine.
Ways of a rogue. Monk rogue.
Actually, Monk Rogue is a very good combo.
I know.
You know what else is a good combo? Any charisma spellcasting class with...
Not Monk.
Sorcerer?
Warlock.